Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a review of the 7th Doctor sort of Silver Nemesis sort of set, which features obviously Sidemen from the episode The Silver Nemesis, which is good because these two figures are quite extremely rare now, as they only released them the one time in a 2-pack quite a few years back, and that. Then you just have the sort of standard sort of Sylvester McCoy in the sort of cream white jacket, which originally I did think that I didn't have this figure, but I do actually have both versions of Sylvester McCoy's 7th Doctor in this jacket. So I mean, the major differences are just with the colour of the jacket. Like the new one, the B&M one, is just a lot lighter white colour, and then also the handkerchief, the one on this release, the non-B&M one, this one is got like a pattern on the handkerchief as well as on the tie, whereas the one in the B&M set just seems to have like a red tie as well as just a red sort of plain dark red handkerchief. Other than that, they are practically the same, even like the head sculpt and that. I think the B&M one looks a bit better head sculpt wise, I think personally, but again, it's nothing major really. You know, like the rest of the coat and the trousers and shoes and whatnot are very similar in that, and that it's a shame that they don't have the question mark umbrella and that in this set, but which may have come with this figure or the other figure that I have, which is the 7th Doctor in his brown, season 26 brown jacket. So yeah, it's you know, the 7th Doctor's got his gold chain and that and whatnot, and as I say, the jacket is practically the same as the original one. Articulation's pretty much the same, you know, with the head going sort of side to side because it's somewhat limited by the sort of collar and jacket and whatnot. The hands going in at the elbows and that, and or arm even, and then the hands doing full 360. T-crotch joint sort of out at the sides, but is limited by the coat, and then, you know, in at the knees and that, and then I don't think the shoes or the feet even have any articulation really, but you know, you sort of box standard character options Doctor Who articulation really for a sort of 5-inch action figure. So yeah, that's the 7th Doctor pretty much out the way, I guess, for the 7th Doctors even. And then as for the almost said Earthshock then, as for the Silver Nemesis Sidemen, unfortunately this one, my one, has this weird problem of like looking off into the distance like he's dreaming about something, whereas the Cyber Leader is just sort of, you know, normal. And what's weird though is that the sort of position of this figure is literally just straight on. Like, I haven't moved the sort of midsection and or waist of the character. It's literally just like, as I say, just like looking off to an angle, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I mean, it's really good if you haven't already got these figures to get them, obviously, to add to your collection and that. Personally, this Cyberman design isn't my favourite. It would probably be the Earthshock and 10th Planet one. Those two are my favourite sort of Cyberman designs. But I guess it's still a welcome addition to have these sort of figures. I think I do have the original figures, and so I might have like 4 of them now. But yeah, in total. It's got like loads of like creases and mesh like wiring and all that, and I think one thing that I've always not particularly cared for with this Sideman design is like the huge sort of gloves and or hands and that, which just look a bit out of place and a bit disproportionate to the rest of the figure. I like the chest unit. It's practically a similar sort of design as the Earthshock one, and then you've got that see-through piece and like the heart like pumping and that, and then you've got the wires going through to the back and that, and then yeah, you've got the sort of similar, practically same Earthshock design sort of helmet and that, you know, with the sort of see-through mouthpiece, the black dead eyes and the handlebars, and as I say, some more tubing and that. And then again, articulation is very much the same, or similar sort of stuff. Arms go, well, up to about there really, because they can't do full 360 because of the main chest unit thing. The hands do swivel, and that. The knees do bend, and that. And yeah, I mean, with these figures, it's maybe a bit more difficult to position them because of the sort of very angular, pointy feet and all odd designed, as I say, sort of costume and whatnot. Accessory wise, they come with these guns, which I again much prefer the Earthshock design gun really myself, but it's just this sort of, it is nice that they have this inclusion. It's just this sort of silver metallic sort of paint sort of thing, with black sections and that, and then this sort of nozzle and that, and then this sort of part where you could have it, you know, sort of rest on the elbows and that. And then the main difference with this Cyberman in particular is just the handlebars are black, painted black, so you have like a cyber leader, as well as like a cyber soldier, you know, just one of the soldiers, and then, as I say, one of the leader sort of Cybermen and that. So, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, overall I think this is probably one of the weaker sets of the B&M ones that I've just released and that. I think if you're a huge fan of the Cybermen, then yeah, maybe this is for you. However, but I do think it's nice that they've re-released two older figures that are, as I say, or prior to this set releasing, are considered rare, and that, but I think it's just, yeah, it's just a bit less exciting, a bit more dull and that than the other sets. But then again, I think this is the sort of, for lack of a better term, the budget release, I guess. I don't know. I think if it's 20 quid, I don't know, this could have been maybe 15 quid or like a little bit cheaper maybe, I don't know. But I mean, obviously if you've not got any of these figures, then obviously it's a must-have really, I guess, for you, if you're just starting out collecting Doctor Who figures or whatever, or you want more Cybermen to add to your collection and that, you know, and you get a nice variant of the 7th Doctor, which you may not have got, as I originally thought. I didn't, but I do. I'd give this set sort of just a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It's got, you know, 3 sort of standard sort of, I do like the level of detail on the Cybermen, but other than that, really, you know, you've got sort of standard figures really, other than the fact that they used to be rare but now they're not really, I guess, and then, as I say, a variant of the Doctor that isn't as unique as the sort of one with the Dalek Doctor pack or Doctor Dalek pack, but, you know, still could be, you know, a nice addition to your collection if you didn't already have it. But yeah, I think a 5 out of 10 for me for this set. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.